Hey everybody, it's another Chess Rivals. Another Sunday morning, another Chess Rivals recording. Got my happy Arizona golf hat on. Just did a little golfing. Just went golfing this Sunday morning. Hey, this guy golfs. Who knew, right? Waiting for Johnny B to accept the challenge. Where you at, Johnny B? The people are waiting. The people are waiting. Who knows? Maybe I'll get on the board. Maybe I'll get on the board in terms of the total match score. He's just better than me right now. He's just better. It's fun. The games are close. It's blitz and bullets. So we both win games we shouldn't win, and both lose games we probably shouldn't lose. But can't take anything away from him, right? Scoreboard, he's crushing it. But where'd he go? Let me try to get him on Skype. We should have started a few moments ago. So I'm gonna pause this recording before we get started here. All right, and we're off. A 3-0 Chess Rivals this time, everybody. Anticipating the Scandinavian to commence. All right, and this time I will not pre-move d4 as I did at the end of our last Chess Rivals, I remember. All right, we're going to play this line where the bishop comes to the diagonal. But now we won't. Now we will prevent knight e5. Just play something simple. Interesting. Puts the bishop on g4. I'm happy to gobble up that bishop pair if he wants to give it up. No, he doesn't. But that means I'll play d4. If knight e5, knight takes, I can take the bishop. Takes. It's interesting. Knight e5, knight takes, pawn takes, you can trade queens. If knight e5, bishop takes, I can take with the knight. But it seems a little unnatural. It feels like maybe I should just develop bishop g5. Maybe. If he plays bishop e7, perhaps I can look for knight e5 to come soon. Look for knight e5 to be a move here pretty soon. So if he takes on e2, I'm going to take with the knight. Although I can also take on c6. He takes queen, I take queen. He gets out with his piece, I get out with my piece. Interesting. Seems a little unnecessary to me. I think the best thing to do is to just take with the knight, and I'm willing for this endgame. Willing for the endgame. If he plays knight d5, one interesting idea is c4. Takes and takes. You just try to sort of strive for a quick initiative in the center before he's getting castled. Because one of the issues with black's position, if the center opens up this quickly, is the d file, and the fact that if he castles and in the wrong line, some of these positions can be sort of deceptively equal. They look more equal than they actually are, because the first person to get control over the only open file. Open files and squares in chess are like the commodities principle. I always say it's supply and demand. So the less valuable, the less there are, the more valuable they are, right? Based on the quantity of them dictates their value. So, you want to fight hard for the only open diagonals, the only open squares in a position, because your chances of grabbing the initiative is stronger if you can do so. But okay, this is interesting. I'm going to play a 4. I'm trying to use my pawn majority here. I expect him to give check, but ooh, he's just going to risk me getting. He's going to risk me getting the 7th rank with that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and grab it and just go in. I don't feel like that was his best decision. I really don't. It's tricky now, right? Because I don't really want my pawn on e6 to be lost. If I castle and if I play king f1 and he castles, I can take b7 and then he'll attack my pawn, and I can play e7 and then he'll attack it, right? What I'd really like to do is be able to hold on to my e-pawn. That would be the ideal scenario here. But I don't know that it can happen. I think I just have to kind of sacrifice that e-pawn in order to get another pawn. Like perhaps the c-pawn or something. Okay, so he's gonna He's going to get what he wants there. He's going to get that pawn if I play g4. Maybe this whole idea was a little worse for me than I realized. Darn it. If knight c3 takes everything, and then I bring up my king, it's possible. I can also play knight c1 takes everything, and then knight d3, he brings the king up. I'm not sure who's better in that endgame. If b4 takes e7, takes everything, a4, it's probably also not ideal for me. Maybe g4 is more necessary than I think. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a little more necessary than I first thought to get those open squares for my pieces. Now his bishop is looking better and better than it did before. I don't even know. Don't know. Try to go get that a-pawn. Not a lot of time here, is there? Can I flag him here? Is this a draw? I wonder. I told him I'm not sure if I would have won if I flagged him, but I got nervous and didn't want him to think I was going to win like that. But okay, I was doing well earlier, but I don't know, because theoretically there is a mate possible with king and knight versus king and bishop, even though there's no mate possible if it's just king and knight versus king. I don't know if you knew that. But there is no mate possible with king and knight versus king or king and bishop versus king. But there is a mate possible with that, but I didn't want to flag him in that. He was pressing draw, and I was moving quickly. I didn't realize that I didn't realize that I was probably actually going to win if I flagged him, so decided to take the draw just before he flagged. So. All right, we're going to play this again, and this time with a little more time on the clock, and this time with a little more time on the clock. So if I am up a piece after an attack, I will not blow it, as I did in our 1-1 rivals. But it's 3-0. It's funny, because the 3-0 is different than the 1-1 in the sense that, you have the extra time, obviously, so you're playing higher quality moves for at least the first couple portions of the game. But after that, I mean, it's sudden death. Whereas in the 1-1 time controls, there's always a chance for some high quality. Ooh, if I go there, I could lose the. So I won't. There's always chance for some high quality technique in the end, because as long as you have a second increment being added, you can win positions that are winning, which changes the game with the increment. But a 3-0 time control, what are you looking at? You're looking at You know, as we said, more time to evaluate positions such as this, but less time as the party progresses. Right, becomes trickier and trickier as you get down to those sudden death positions. And like as we saw, I probably could have flagged John there and started out with a 1-0 victory, but I wouldn't feel right about that. Uh, uh, That's a good move. Should I play g5? Free my back rank. Or just bishop f6 first? Bishop f6, he's going to play f3 at some point and kick my pony out. So, I can also play c4, right? And if he plays knight to c6, I can just trade on d1 and then move my... And then moves the bishop back, yeah. Is he going to go for this? He wants the bishop. I don't know that it's that big of a deal for me. I feel like that trade is okay. I mean, I have a very strong knight. Interesting how we've had a couple of different knight versus bishop imbalances, and both times I've had the knight, right? But I think both times I've had the slightly better version of it, honestly, with the powerful pieces that I've had. Honestly, that's the truth. If he takes on a6, should I just... I think I should just take on b2, actually. Just destroy his queenside, right? Yeah, but I was better in the last endgame with the knight versus the bishop and wasn't able to accurately finish the job. We'll see if I can make up for that here. If I take f2 with the knight, I'm also threatening knight d3, right? He kicks the knight, which is okay. We're going to bring it back to c5, guarding a6, and still renewing the threat of knight to d3, which I'm just going to go ahead and pop in and do right now. Right, yeah. Certainly looks like a possibility. This looks pretty tough for him, actually, the more I look at it. So should I take on b2 with the knight or the rook? If I take with the knight, I'm really just keeping everybody on the board here, you know? Keeping everybody on the board. What's he going to do? If I play c3, he's taking b5. Maybe that was a mistake by me, huh? Perhaps that was a mistake. Not the best winning chances remaining for me, right? Definitely not. I think he's going to sack now. Yeah. 2 ridiculous draws so far, as we both just agreed in the chat. So I don't know how I drew that game. Up on time, and knight and bishop are mating material, so that wasn't good. But okay, just got to keep playing. Hopefully at some point, some of these games here are going to start to bounce my way, you know? Some of these positions are going to start to bounce my way. Play this crazy gambit, actually. It's a crazy gambit, yeah. Yeah, it is a crazy one. It is a crazy one. I don't know if he knows this gambit. It's a crazy one. What? He's going to allow f5? I will thank you and take that. That is not ideal. Now I want to like prevent him from going anywhere. Bishop here. Should I castle long or castle short? I feel like I should just castle short, because why do anything ridiculous here? That bishop is not very good on e7. If he's going to castle, he should do so now. But then I'm going to just take on f5, I think. So okay, but now I'm gonna gang up. Now I'm going to gang up on that bishop. Yes, indeed. That was an interesting move by him. Bishop there, or queen up, I guess. Keeping an eye. He plays h5, perhaps I should just take. Ooh, is that good for him? Takes, he has to take with the pawn, and then I give check, and then he has to move. If I give check, he can certainly just move right into Feels rough for him, right? But he's trying to work his way out of it. He's doing a good job. Again, we know how Johnny B is when it comes to resourcefulness. So I never overestimate my winning chances. And this way, I think I kind of gain a little bit of a tempo on this whole bishop f8 thing that he's going to want to do. That was my idea anyway. See, that was my point, is that maybe I gained a small tempo. Ooh, should I take now? I would love to take and somehow find access. Take and then rook e6. Right? I guess I'll come back first, because I can do that next, I think. Either that or I go after the f5 pawn, right? But is it worth it to take and then enter? There's no tactics here. Where are the tactics on the 7th rank, right? The other option is to build up on the f-pawn and just say forget it, right? I guess that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to keep the pieces on the board. If I take, he takes with the queen. That's the issue. Takes everything. I guess it's just a big equal trade. I'll do it. Oh wait, does he have rook f4 here? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Danny, you have got to stop blundering away positions, dude. It's ridiculous. Should have played g3 first. unhappy. This makes me so unhappy. And he was under so much time pressure too. I literally just feel like I can't win in this series. I can't win. Even when I'm totally winning, I can't win. Psychologically, just completely beaten down right now because I'm losing. It's like that's what happens when you start being yourself. Just play G3 still. Okay, best case scenario, he sacks the exchange. Really frustrated with myself. Frustrated, guys. That's the truth. Frustrated. Trying to find the best moves in that position where he was really in trouble and struggling was probably a bad idea. You know, should have kept playing fast and put him under that pressure. Oh, pull it together, Danny. Forget the previous losses. Focus on what's in front of you. Yes, Master Yoda. This is an idea in the Catalan. It's kind of a dubious one for black, but it's practical and makes a mess of things. And the point is, if the bishop leaves the king side, black gets attacking chances. So I like it for blitz. I played it a lot. Pretty sure I played it in like our last Streamers tournament or something. Some other tournament where we had a lot of players. Ooh, he takes right away. That's a little bit different. I think I will 100% just go and sack this exchange. 100% without even a second guess about it. Gotta do it, man. Gotta go sack that exchange. He probably has to play f4 now. Yeah. So now the question is, do I want knight d3? He's going to take on c4, so probably I want this. Right? Problem with c5 is it doesn't threaten anything, so I need to get a little more aggressive to come over there. Now I'm probably going to put the bishop on c5 next, yeah, if he allows it. I like this position now. Interesting form of compensation, right? I can take, right? And when he takes, I have rook e8, and when he plays rook f3, I have knight d5, right? And I win my material back. So I'll do it. I mean, okay, officially right now I'm down a rook, so I'm not really winning my material back. I'm winning part of what I sacrificed earlier back. What's the idea there? Not sure. Okay, so he wants to play rook e1. That's the idea. And simplify. That's what he wants to do. But I'll do it anyway. Because I thought I could play here. If I play there, and then he plays knight c3, that's part of the problem, right? It's gonna be a little bit of a problem. I guess it's not a losing problem, though, so we'll do it. Right? It's not a losing problem. Yeah, smart decision by him. He recognizes that the h7 pawn is not in his best interest. So it looks like he's going to get me. Yet another draw, right? Funny. Well, he just didn't have enough time. I think he was worried I was going to flag him. Again, you notice the difference in terms of match strategy when you're playing 3-0, versus 1-1 or anything else really. I mean, it's just a totally different game because sudden death is a true thing again, right? Getting under that kind of time pressure is potentially decisive. So that's the point. Got to be super careful about that. I'm happy with that. I think he should have played rook c8. I think rook c8 is much better for him. Now I'm going to just bust it open, and that c4 pawn is not his favorite thing. Interesting. I'll play there, he's going to play knight e4, huh? Interesting. If I take on d5, he'll take with the bishop. Of course, I can play this strange move f3, which I'm going to do. Not really my favorite thing to do there, honestly, but I felt like I needed to keep him out. Now, is that not a funny decision by him? Still has issues to deal with in terms of the queen, I guess, but we'll go for this. Yeah, I mean, he's going to get this check, but is it that big of a deal? Oh, maybe it is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I underestimated that idea. So now what? Now what? Now we have to allow the check. That's what we have to allow. Got to play faster. That's what we have to do. Play bishop f2 after bishop h4 check. Yeah. Bring the king up. Okay, well now we'll develop for sure. We're going to play bishop d1 and kick that queen out of our house, right? Or not. Perhaps just prepare to put the bishop back on f1. Ah, that's very strong. I saw it, but I'd missed that rook takes h3 was the threat. And that's checkmate. Whoa, I gotta run away. I gotta get out of town. Get out of Dodge. Which doesn't seem like the best thing to ever happen to my position, right? Crazy. If I play bishop d3, and he plays rook h4 check, and I take. Right? It's possible. It's really weird, but it's possible. I don't even know what to do here, though. I'm sure this is bad. But I went for it anyway. Oh. I don't know that that was the best way to play it, honestly. Perhaps letting me survive for a moment. No, not really. Survival is a loose term, of course. Oh, he has rook h4. Very nice. Very nice. We'll let him mate me. All right. Well, we play again. For the record, in case we didn't clarify to start the whole rivals match here, the 3-0 matches are best of 7. So that means he's not too far from a match victory, but he's close. I'll play this again. That was fun. That exchange sack seemed pretty good, right? Seemed crazy good. Crazy weird. That's one way to put it. This is the other way to do it. And probably better, honestly, because this, I think, forces the c6 trade instead. And in the end, you have queen to d5. I'll show you. I'll feed you, baby birds. Don't worry about it. I'm going to show you that line. This is it. I played this against Georg Meyer and actually had a better rook ending in the Streamers Challenge, so it's sound. And again, if they don't trade queens, then you're looking at swinging over. You're looking at swinging over to the king side. So they trade, and then you play c5 and eliminate your weakness. This is how it goes. You play weird moves. That's also part of the strategy. Maybe I should have played rook c8 when he had his bishop, when he had his knight there. I've had good luck in those knight versus bishop situations. But this is still a sound decision by Papa Bear. That's me. I'm going to try to bring my king to d6. Maybe he should have played e4, huh? He didn't see that, apparently. I'm going to put that knight on e4 if he lets me. You know it. He lets me. He says I don't care. Interesting. I guess so. I guess you have that right not to care. Knight e4, rook c1, takes, king d6, f3. I guess I'll go that way. Ah, he's knight e5. I should have stopped that. Should have stopped knight e5. Should have stopped knight e5. Uh-oh. Guess I can play rook here, huh? Only move. Only move, I think. And maybe not even really an only move. Maybe it doesn't defend the position at all. Huh. Quite possibly. Try to get the c file now. for sure. If you play knight there, and he plays check, and you move, then he has to take out the knight. Is there any advantage to that? I'm going to run my king around. Maybe he'll miss my trick. This was my trick on the next move. Apparently my trick is not that big of a deal, I guess, huh? Guess not. I'd love to play e5. You know, and get something there, but I don't see anything. Doesn't seem like it's going so well. He's threatening mate. That was a nice move. Yeah, the point, everybody, is if I move my knight, he checkmates me on f7. So, all right, well, another one bites the dust, huh? I'm going to have to improve my my approach to these things, specifically the not getting too down on myself part, the psychological aspects, I think. Just get real frustrated when I lose positions like that. I don't know. Anyway, but either way, John is just playing phenomenal chess. He really brings his A game when he knows he has a chance to beat me. You know, a lot of people do that because nobody enjoys humiliating me on video more than myself. So I can relate to that. I humiliate myself on a regular basis. I can relate to their perspective on that. But okay, it was tough. It was tough again to lose. And I think we'll get one soon. I think next week I'll make a bold prediction. I think next Chess Rivals I'm gonna be ready to go, everybody. But go ahead and subscribe to the new YouTube channel since we're going to be doing more and more stuff, and you'll get notified for Danny's version of this show on top of John's version. And we'll catch you around. See ya.